This is sneak peek number 2 for the upcoming Clash of Clans February update. New minion prince equipment, a chief's helper that can transform resources, new wall tool and huge changes for the hard mode, as well as a ton of cool quality of life changes. Yesterday we already took a look at the new defense and troop levels on Town Hall 17, as well as the new siege machine and multi-gear tower. If you haven't seen it already, then make sure to watch that video beforehand. But now let's take a look at what's new in this sneak peek, starting off with the Alchemist. And the Alchemist is a new chief's helper, just like the lab assistant as well as the builder apprentice. However, this one is not now helping with the builder or helping with the laboratory, but this chief's helper can actually transform resources into other resources. So for example, you can transform gold into elixir or dark elixir, you can transform dark elixir into elixir and gold, and you can transform elixir into gold or dark elixir. So you can basically transform anything into anything as long as you're Town Hall 11. And this is of course very nice. If you're low on elixir but you need some gold, you can of course now try use the chief's helper to transform that gold into elixir, and you will have enough for your upgrade. Once again, of course, just like the lab assistant as well as the builder apprentice, it costs a ton of gems. To be exact, it's roughly I think 6,000 in total to upgrade it to level 7 to the maximum level. You can transform up to 10.5 million gold and elixir and up to 70,000 dark elixir on a daily basis. So that's each and every day. So if you have a ton of gems saved up, this might be a very nice chief's helper to put those gems in. But of course, that still doesn't change anything to the fact that it is very expensive. Next to that, within the next update, we also get the new wall tools. And this is basically a new way or an easier way to upgrading your walls. So you no longer have to rely on clicking on every single wall and upgrading every single wall each after another. Or you have to rely on putting all of your walls in a line and selecting a row and upgrading that row. Now you can just select one wall, and then from that selection you can select as many walls as you would like that are on the same level. So for example, if you want to upgrade level 4 walls, you won't select any level 5 walls if you have any by accident. So you're always upgrading the lowest level of walls, or well, the wall level that you're selecting, and you can just select as many of those if you want. You can add one, you can delete one, you can add 10, you can remove 10, you can be very flexible. It is very nice, and I do think it will come in very handy if you're upgrading multiple walls on lower Town Hall levels. But let's get to more quality of life changes, because quality of life is what this update is all about. First thing, you can now finally buy older epic equipments with league medals. Within the league shop, you can now finally buy Frozen Arrow or the Giant Gauntlet, or basically any epic equipment that you've missed with the event. So you can now not only buy it with gems, but you can also buy it with 750 league medals, which is, I think, a very fair price. On top of that, if you're placing any new walls, so any level 1 walls, this now doesn't require a builder, as well as doesn't require any gold. So that's of course also very nice. On top of that, you also now finally don't need a builder anymore to remove obstacles. So if all of your builders are building something and you want to remove the gem box to get your 25 gems, you can now finally do that without having to wait for a builder to be finally done working. You can now finally remove obstacles without relying on a builder. Furthermore, also storages on Town Hall 14 and above will have a higher storage capacity. You will be able to have more gold and elixir and dark elixir in your storage buildings on Town Hall 14 and higher. Now probably my favorite change within the next update, you can now finally use a menu to select your defensive clan castle for either friendly challenges as well as Legends League, and you don't have to copy them over from your current clan castle anymore. You can now just freely choose what you want, when you want it, how much you want. It is incredibly easy and such a great change. And lastly, the training time of almost every single troop has been reduced tremendously, so you can now finally use one boost potion to do all of your Legends League attacks, and you don't have 2 Legends League attacks left over. You can now finally do it within 1 hour boost. These of course aren't all of the quality of life changes. The update has way more, which are of course all written in the patch notes, but these are the ones which I like the most. But of course this update is not only about quality of life changes. We also get a new hero equipment for the Minion Prince, which is a common equipment, not an epic equipment. We get a new common equipment for the Minion Prince, which are the Metal Pants. And the Metal Pants basically has one main function, and that is once you use the ability, you have a shield bubble around the Minion Prince, which reduces the incoming damage for a certain amount of time. And on the highest level, this would be a 70% in reduction of incoming damage for 15 seconds. So this Minion Prince equipment is incredibly strong. It's very strong, but the main problem is it's not very easy to combine with either the Henchman Puppet or the Dark Orb, because, well, it's an active ability, so you have to use it. And if you use it, the Dark Orb also flies through the base. So it's not very nice to combine because, well, the Dark Orb is something which you want to delay throughout the attack, but of course, with the new Metal Pants, you want to use it as early as possible to have the Minion Prince distract all of those defenses and just take a lot of damage. And this combination just doesn't feel completely right, but probably some of you will come up with a great idea to use this new equipment together with the Dark Orb or Henchman Puppet. And for those who were wondering, this new hero equipment for the Minion Prince unlocks at Town Hall 10, so together with the Vamp Stash on the Blacksmith level 3. But now let's get to one more thing I am very excited about, and which is of course also very important for this channel where we have a lot of competitive gameplay, because there will be a lot of changes to hard mode, and hard mode will get significantly harder. The Supercell on this one really played with the stats, and now defensive buildings do 20% more damage instead of 5% before the update. And also, defensive heroes will now have a 20% boost in DPS as well as in hit points. And they haven't received a single stat boost before the update, and now a 20% stat boost. And attacking heroes also get a lot weaker. Well, not a lot. They get 10% weaker instead of 5% weaker, which is currently the case. And on top of that, equipments are still capped at the same levels. So common equipment is capped at level 15 and epic equipment is capped at level 21. And now let's take a look at what these changes do. We will have a quick comparison from the same attack in the current live build as well as in the upcoming update where the hard mode changes will be set. And the attack which we will use for this comparison is the very strong dragon with Spirit Walk attack strategy. Spirit Walks of course also get nerfed a little because the invisibility spell gets 0.25 seconds taken away with the balance changes that will be released when the update comes out. We of course sent in our Royal Champion from the right hand side to just funnel a little bit and take out a little bit of value. And on both versions, even though we have the nerf from the invisibility spell, the Royal Champion still takes out roughly the same. Now she needs a little longer to take out these new defense levels, like for example the Expo as well as the Tesla of course. And also you have to drop those invisibility spells a little quicker, but still the Royal Champion takes out roughly the same portion of the base in both of the versions. But once we get to the core of the base with our dragons, that's when the difference is incredible. Because you will see the Town Hall in the upcoming Clash of Clans version will be absolutely devastating in hard mode. That Town Hall is going to do a lot of damage to your dragons. In the current Clash of Clans version, the dragons will just completely overpower it. And in the upcoming Clash of Clans version, with these hard mode changes, all of those dragons will just be shredded down by the Town Hall. So let's take a look. Together with the Tornado Trap, the troops get a little bit delayed. It doesn't matter in the normal version. In the current Clash of Clans version, those dragons will just take absolutely 0 damage. And in the upcoming Clash of Clans version, just take a look, all of those dragons are gone. They have absolutely no chance to survive the Town Hall together with the NATO. Together with the Tornado Trap, the Town Hall just does so incredibly much damage with that poison. So the Town Hall is now such a devastating defense in the upcoming hard mode. In the upcoming hard mode changes, this attack will not even be close, and in the current Clash of Clans version, it will absolutely shred the base. So I'm very excited to see what this will do to the competitive environment, as well as, of course, in hindsight, with the upcoming World's warm-up that will come. Let me know down in the comments what you think of all of these changes and which one of the quality of life changes is your favorite. With that, I would say see you guys soon with the next video. Until then, see ya and bye bye.